Hello everyone, my name is Dylan and welcome to another video. So if you are new here, welcome. I post fun and entertaining English lessons every single Friday. In today's lesson, I'm going to be sharing 8 daily British expressions that will help you to sound more like a native speaker. So everything that we cover in today's video is real, everyday English that we actually use. So it will be useful for you to know. As always, I'll be teaching you how to say all of these in the modern RP British accent, and everything that we cover will be included in a free PDF. You don't need to sign up to anything. I won't try and sell you my beginner to native in 30-day English speaking challenge. Nope, none of that. Just hit the link in the top comment and press download. Right guys, enjoy the video. The first expression is one that I personally use a lot, most recently earlier this week when I was in a barber shop getting my haircut. So as you can see guys, I've got my cool dude hairstyle back. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I was talking to my barber all about my upcoming plans to visit Malaysia. He was asking me about that and we got onto the topic of Malaysian food. So I said something like, yeah, I've heard that Malaysian food is very delicious and also quite affordable as well. So, you know, it's happy days. Expression 1 is happy days. Happy days. Oh, it's happy days. So we're starting with a very British one indeed. And the saying happy days is just used to express joy or excitement about something that has just happened or will happen in the future. So it's pretty much an informal way of saying that whatever you are talking about will create happiness. So for instance, in the example I gave, I was talking about how Malaysian food is both delicious and affordable. That will create a lot of happiness and therefore, you know, it's happy days. One thing to note is even though we are saying happy days, so the plural of day, we aren't necessarily meaning that it's going to create more than one day of happiness. This expression can be used to talk about anything that will create happiness, no matter how big or small. Let me give you some examples. Mate, you won't believe this. I just found a fiver on the floor. Oh, mate, happy days. Wait, I lost a fiver earlier, actually. Did you hear? It's going to be sunny all weekend. Really? Ah, happy days. I know. I'm going to the beach. I'm so sunburnt. Bloody hell, you are. It's alright. I've got my holiday to Egypt tomorrow, so you know. It's happy days, really. Egypt. Well, I'm sure that will help. So now you know what happy days means, let's look at the pronunciation quickly. So with the word happy, the stress is on the first syllable, so hap-e, and with days, there's a clear d sound, and a long a sound. Happy days, happy days. And finally, when you are starting this expression, your tone should rise, and as you finish, it should drop. So, happy days, happy days, happy days. Number 2 is another very positive one, and it actually comes from you guys. Let me explain. So, I read all of the comments that I get on my channel, and pretty much all of them are just so positive. So firstly, thank you so much for that. Thank you for being such lovely students. Anyway, I was reading this one particular comment, I'll put it on the screen now, and this thing was just beautiful. It was an absolute masterpiece. I must have read it about 5 times. It was just so fluent and articulate and eloquent, and I must admit, reading this comment definitely made my day. So the second expression is, it made my day. It made my day. And this is a quick and easy one. If something makes your day, it just means that something so good has happened, or something has made you so happy that it has single-handedly turned your normal day into a good day. It has made your day into a good one. So I just want to say thank you to that guy for his lovely comment. It definitely did make my day. And of course, more importantly, for giving me something to talk about in this video as well. Right, let me give you a couple of quick pronunciation tips. Firstly, you really want to stress the word made. It's made my day. It's made my day. And secondly, the made and the my kind of merge together as if they were one word. Made my, made my, made my. It's made my day. That has made my day. Oh, thank you. You have made my day. Expression 3, and I actually spent pretty much all of yesterday sat in a library. Thrilling stuff, I know. And the reason behind that is the internet in my house is just abysmal. It's just awful. It's so bad. And that means that if I ever want to get any work done that requires an internet connection, which as a YouTuber is quite a lot of it, I have to go to the local library. So I was sat there the other day doing some work, yesterday doing some work, and I overheard some people next to me talking about one of their friends. More specifically, they were saying how this friend is very into his conspiracy theories. Okay? So what they said was, blah is really into his conspiracy theories. Don't get me wrong, he's not stupid, but some of what he says is. So the third expression is, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get me wrong. So this is a very native one indeed, and I will explain why I think that is in a minute. But the expression, don't get me wrong, is used before you say something that might upset someone, but only, and this is important, you only say this if your intention was not to upset that person. Let me explain. If you say something bad to someone, then they might think you are trying to offend them. However, if that was not your intention, if you genuinely weren't trying to offend them, then they are wrong. And that is why you might say, don't get me wrong, before you say something that could be seen as negative. So this could be criticism or just an observation. Like you're genuinely not trying to offend them, and therefore if they think that you are, they are wrong. You would normally include something positive in the statement as well, just so that it sounds a little bit more fair and so that the other person is 100% sure that you are not trying to offend them. So for instance, my library friend said, he's very smart, positive, but he does sometimes chat a load of rubbish, negative. So by him using this expression, it's clear that his intention was not to be mean, even though what he was saying could be perceived as mean. And that's why I think it's so commonly used in the UK, because, we wouldn't dare to offend anyone. Let me give you some more examples. Don't get me wrong, I really like you, but I just feel like we've been spending too much time together recently. This is literally our honeymoon. We got married yesterday. I think your new videos are quite good, but don't get me wrong, Dylan. You still have a very long way to go. Thanks, Mum. Don't get me wrong. I like tea, but this tea is just awful. Oh, I do apologise. Is the free tea I provided you with not up to your high standards? God, I'm so sorry. Quick pronunciation tip, you really want to focus on the word wrong. So you want to stress this word and also make sure your tone drops as you say it. So it's not, don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong. It's, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. This will really help you add emphasis to what you are saying. Expression number 4, and let's go for a cute one, shall we? So, when I am recording these videos, I actually have my laptop in front of me. This is because it helps me to capture the audio, and also because, believe it or not, but it's actually quite challenging to memorize a 15-minute script word for word. The only problem is, my laptop is great, don't get me wrong, but it can be quite loud sometimes. Specifically, the fan on it can be very, very loud, which is slightly off-putting when I'm trying to record a video. So the annoying part is when I am recording, my laptop decides to do its best impression of an airplane taking off, but as soon as I am done recording, it suddenly goes very quiet again. You might say it goes as quiet as a church mouse. As quiet as a church mouse. So this is another easy one. So mice tend to be very quiet, small and quiet. In a church, you have to be especially quiet. And therefore, if someone or something is as quiet as a church mouse, it just means that they are very, 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 very quiet. You can also say that something is as quiet as a mouse. It means the exact same thing, but I personally prefer as quiet as a church mouse. I like this one because it's cute, firstly. And secondly, it's one of those idioms that, well, if an international learner said this to me and they said it correctly in the right context, I would be so impressed, because this is just, you don't learn these expressions in textbooks. This is such a native thing to say. And it's not even hard to use as well. It's really easy. If someone or something is quiet, you can just say, oh, they are as quiet as a church mouse, or they are as quiet as a mouse. Like, it's that easy. Pronunciation tips. It's as quiet as a church mouse. So firstly, with the word quiet, you want to put the stress on the first syllable. So quiet, quiet. And secondly, the as becomes a us. So it's as quiet as a church mouse. It's as quiet as a church mouse. Easy. Guys, very quickly, I have partnered with a site called Gymglish, who allow you to take short, funny English lessons every single day. All of these lessons are completely tailored to your learning goals and English level, and if you enjoy my videos and weird sense of humor, I think you will really like Gymglish as well. You can use the link in the top comment for an exclusive 30-day free trial. It's completely free. You don't even need to enter any bank details. All you need is an email address. So why not? Right, back to the video. Expression number 5, and this one is as common as muck. That's a little bonus expression for you right there, by the way. If something is as common as muck, it's just a very British way of saying that something is very common. By the way, muck means mud, so this isn't a very flattering expression, but I wanted to teach it to you regardless. Anyway, I was in the gym the other day, obviously, and I was talking to some guy and basically asking him if he was nearly done using a machine that I wanted to use. He was done, so he said to me, yeah, go for it. So the 5th expression is go for it. Go for it, yeah, go for it. So this expression actually has 2 meanings. The first one, and this isn't actually the one that we're going to talk about, but I'm just going to let you know what it is. The first one is if you say that you're going to go for something, it means that you are going to try and put all of your effort into achieving that thing. So for instance, if there is a promotion available at your work, you might say, oh yeah, there's a new job opening higher up on the ladder. I'm really going to go for it. And that would mean that you're going to put all of your effort into achieving that goal, and in this case, getting the job. The second meaning is quite similar, but it's a lot more casual and a lot more commonly used as well. And this is how it was used in my gym example, right? So when we say go for it in this instance, what we are really saying is, yes, you have my permission to do that thing. That's fine with me. Go ahead and do it, right? So when I asked my gym buddy if he was done using a machine and he said, yeah, go for it, that was him saying, yes, you have my permission, sir, do it. Okay, so there are quite a few different ways that this is used, so let me just give you some examples. Do you mind if I quickly use your phone charger? Yeah, go for it. Do you mind if I quickly use your laptop? Yeah, go for it, that's fine. Oh, it's quite loud, by the way. Do you mind if I finish the last of the milk? Yeah, I guess. Go for it. Hi, mate. Are you done with this machine? Yeah, go for it. Wait, we've already done this one. So go for it just means, yes, that's fine. You have my permission to do that thing, go for it. Do it. So let's look at the pronunciation quickly. So firstly, the word go and for kind of merge together as if they were one word. So it's almost like gopher, gopher, gopher. A gopher's an animal, by the way. I'll let you decide if you think that gophers are cute. They do have this cute side to them here, but they do also have another side to them, which I personally think is a lot less cute. Anyway, the second tip is for becomes a f. So we don't really like pronouncing the R's at the end of words. So we don't say go for it. We say go for it. Go for it. Expression number 6. So I posted a video last week which involved me reading several different books. It's a good video, by the way. You should check it out. Anyway, one of the books that I was reading was this, the National Trust Handbook. So the National Trust is a British charity that helps to protect and maintain natural landmarks in the UK. And these places they're lovely, don't get me wrong. But the problem is they all tend to be in the middle of nowhere. So the 6th expression is in the middle of nowhere. Oh, it's in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. This is an easy one for you. So if somewhere is in the middle of nowhere, it just means that it is very far away from anywhere that people live. So there isn't really anything surrounding it. There's nothing nearby. There's nobody nearby. And therefore, it's in the middle of nowhere. So shops can be in the middle of nowhere. You can live in the middle of nowhere. Pretty much, if there are no houses nearby, then congratulations, because you may well be in the middle of nowhere. So it's commonly used in everyday conversation in the UK to talk about places that are quite far away or maybe just quite awkward to get to. And of course, we like to exaggerate a lot as well. So say if you have a supermarket that is ever so slightly inconvenient to get to, then it's in the middle of bloody nowhere. Pronunciation tips. It's in the middle of nowhere. So the becomes a the, and the of is a of. So it's like a V. It's in the middle of nowhere. Secondly, you want to put the stress on the words middle and nowhere to really add emphasis to what you are saying. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of nowhere. Expression 7, and as previously mentioned, I am on a constant hunt for good Wi-Fi. The problem is sometimes the library is shut. The opening hours aren't great, actually. And it is in those circumstances that I'm forced to call up one of my friends and very politely say, all right, mate, I'm sorry to bother you, but do you reckon I could use your Wi-Fi? So yeah, that's exactly what I had to do earlier this week. And free Wi-Fi and a cup of tea. It's happy days, really. Another perfect example. Anyway, I was working at my friend's house a few days ago when disaster struck. Because I walked home and without realizing, I had left my bracelet there. My little bracelet, I know, it's so sad. I had to wait like 2 days to get it back. I'm joking. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal. And that is why when my friend texted me to let me know that I had left my bracelet there, I replied by saying, that's a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So the 7th expression is, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry, it's not the end of the world. So this idiom is used to say that while something might be a little bit annoying or disappointing or difficult, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not the end of the world. Let's just make this as simple as possible. So, the end of the world equals bad, right? Hopefully we can all agree on that one. And therefore, if something is the end of the world, that thing is bad. But if something isn't the end of the world, then, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Let me give you another example. So I was talking to myself the other day, which is something I do quite a lot. I guess I'm kind of doing that right now. Anyway, I was in the middle of filming a video, which is also what I'm doing right now, which is getting a bit weird. So I was struggling. Sometimes filming a video is just so hard, so tough, so arduous, so strenuous, so challenging. What other synonyms you want to use? It's bloody tricky, is what I'm trying to say. And I was struggling to film this video, and I said something to myself. I said, listen, Dylan, mate, if you can't film this video today, listen, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. We can always film it tomorrow instead. If you were wondering, by the way, I do normally have to refilm each video about 2 to 3 times. Like, this does not come naturally to me whatsoever. So yeah, I hope you enjoy them. Anyway, for the pronunciation, you need to slightly stress the final word, world. And also you want to make sure that your tone is flat throughout. So, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Okay? A final expression, and I'm just going to tell you what this one is, alright? I can't wait. I can't wait. So native speakers use the expression I can't wait to talk about something that they are so excited to do that they feel like they actually cannot wait to do it. You know, they want to do it now. Normally when this is used, we are talking about something that we do actually have to wait for, but we just wish that we didn't have to wait for. So something that you're really looking forward to. Let me give you some examples. I can't wait to go to bed tonight. I can't wait to visit Malaysia next month. I can't wait to see you. So of course, with all of these examples, I do actually have to wait. So I can technically wait, but it just feels like I can't wait because I'm just so excited to do these things. And that's why I say I can't wait. So the next time you are especially excited for something, why not try using this expression? Let me give you an example. You might say, I don't know, you might say, I can't wait till next Friday for Dylan's new video. That seems like quite a good use of the expression to me. Final pronunciation tips. Firstly, make sure to stress the word wait. And secondly, the can't and the wait kind of merge together. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Right, guys, and there we have it. Thank you so much for watching. As mentioned, everything that we covered in today's video will be included in a free PDF. The link is in the top comment. You don't need to sign up to anything. Just hit the link and press download. All I ask in return is that if you did enjoy today's video, why not consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel? Maybe even commenting down below. I know those all sound like quite small things, but honestly, they make such a huge difference. Why not check out Gymglish as well? It's completely free to try, and I think you will genuinely enjoy it. Plus, it does help out the channel quite a lot as well. Finally, if you are the type of person that sticks to the end of a British education video, firstly, hi. Secondly, you have a special place in my heart. And thirdly, I'm moving house. So this is actually the last time you will see this beautiful setup, especially this painting, which unfortunately I cannot take with me. The microphone will stay the same. I will hopefully stay the same. T-shirt will stay the same, but different background. All right, so just gonna warn you in advance for that. Right, guys, thank you so much again for watching, and until next time, I will see you next Friday. Yeah, cheers.